Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be putting Duraflex ice scratchers on an Enduro chassis, or also an XR chassis, with the 3 bogie wheels as shown here. There's 3 on this chassis, whereas my other chassis only has 2, one on the inside and one on the outside. So let's get started. So searching the internet, I couldn't really find a good solution to this, and I didn't want to just remove one of the bogie wheels because the ice scratchers don't have a good solid mounting point on the slide rail. So what I decided to do was to move the last bogie wheel to the inside. And I haven't seen this done anywhere else, but I think it should be okay. I checked clearance with the suspension components, and it seems like it'll work. So here we go, and let's give it a shot. And if you think I'm making a mistake or you've done this and it hasn't worked out in the past, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested in hear what your thoughts are. So to get started on this process, we just remove the cap here, and there's a 10mm bolt that holds the bogie wheel to the bracket that's attached to the slide rail. And remove the bolt, and there's a nut on the back. It's also 10mm. Take that bolt out and pop the wheel off. And so you'll see there's an aluminum bracket that attaches to the slide rail that needs to be removed also, and that's also held to the slide rail with a 10mm bolt. So there's one that goes to the wheel in the bracket and then one that just goes through the bracket. So we'll take this bolt out, and then what we have to do is simply remove the bracket that holds the wheel on and flip it around to the other side. And there is a perfect mounting spot for it on the inside of the rail, which is like you saw in the first picture of the video where the bogie wheel is on my Gen 4 chassis. Put the nut back on here and tighten it up so that the bracket's good and secure. So we'll make sure that this is good and tight and put the wheel back on the other side. So here you can see the wheel replaced on the inside and bolted through the bracket. And I'm going to use one of these mounting holes here. And this is just aluminum, so it does drill pretty easy. And if you get lucky, your aluminum will come off in these shavings here, and then won't make a giant mess. You can just pick them up. So that's where we'll mount the scratcher, and we have a good solid point, and our bogie wheel will be on the inside and out of the way of the scratcher. And what we do is simply slide the bolt through there. And the Duraflex ice scratchers, they do give us red Loctite to put on the threads. So I use a decent amount of Loctite on there just because you wouldn't want this falling out while you're going down the trail. If this got wrapped up in your track, or your track flung this ice scratcher into your heat exchanger, it would be a quick end to your day because they're made out of stainless steel, wire, and carbide. So I just put the ice scratcher on here, and make note, these ice scratchers have a right and a left, and the reason that they're labeled right and left is because the ends that scratch up the ice and snow are put on there a certain way from the factory so that they drag on the ice and kick up the ice and snow in the direction that it's supposed to go. So we'll go ahead and tighten up this bolt, and we'll be all set. So like I said, this is the solution that I came up with on the XR chassis or the Enduro chassis. I did a search on Do Talk and some other things, and I couldn't really see where people moved the bogie wheel to the inside. I'm assuming it's okay. I'd rather move it to the inside than just remove it in general. I think it would be fine with the 2 bogie wheels, but I'd like to include it on there if possible. So if you have run into an issue with this or it didn't work out, let me know as soon as possible before I get on the trail with this. So if you find this kind of content helpful, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.